Right, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the LTS Show. It is me, Moonlighter. I used to be called Hello, it's Alex, but I've now moved on from that. And with me today is, of course, the lovely
and beautiful Ki Kumo.
Had to throw it in there.
Something different.
Yeah, of course. So today, it's more of a general introduction. This is I guess, going to be a test podcast more than anything else. We just want to see if there's any interest in doing something like this with our faces, talking about some news, some general topics that we want to cover. So we have a few things that we want to talk about today. Kai kind of covered all of the main topics that he wanted to bring in, and kind of, see where we go from there. So, first topic. Are we still good?
Yeah, you just had a bit of a mishap. You started to glitch up there, but that's all good.
Oh yeah, so just for the sake of it, if you're wondering why Ki Kumo has been posting all the videos at the moment, it's because I'm in a shitty internet connection household with a laptop rather than any gaming ware or decent internet connection. So
There's nothing new there then.
Yeah, exactly. So might as well let you handle everything whilst I just appear in occasional videos at this point.
Yeah,
So
it's fine, it works.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can get half the credit for the videos we produce in the meantime.
So where should we start off? First topic?
Yeah. Let's start off with So Ki Kumo, who are you?
Who am I? I am nobody. You don't need to worry about who I am.
Yeah, that's great. That's the whole topic covered. Who are we? Which nobody is.
That's pretty much who we are. To be fair, just nobody's on the internet like everyone else.
Yeah. We've basically been doing this on and off for how many years now? Like 7 years.
Yeah, we were looking at it when was it the first upload or the first? I think it was the first upload. It was like 7 years ago on the channel. I don't even think that was the first upload. It's the first upload that.
It's the first upload that survived.
Yeah. it was an intro 7 years ago. Bloody hell.
Yeah, it was so.
And I think it's like more like 7.5 years. But oh well.
Yeah. So we've known each other at least 7 years.
Definitely a lot longer than that.
Yeah, so I think we have to thank Facebook as a mini sponsor for bringing us back together, because I think it was one of those, here's a recent memories from like 7 years ago. Yeah. Here's a video you guys had made. And we got chatting about it and thought, well, why do we do it again?
Yeah, why not bring back up? That's one of the other reasons we kind of like the idea of this weekly podcast, is just to kind of be able to catch up and talk.
Yeah, exactly. This is not for you guys. This is for us.
Oh, it's fine. If, if the 2 or 3 viewers that actually watch this it, that's fine.
Yeah. You 2 or 3 people, you can join in the conversation. Just everyone else can fuck off. It's just me and him at the moment. But yeah, so we've been doing this essentially. I mean, I haven't stopped. I've been doing streaming here and there, nothing major. But when Ki Kumo came back to me and said, hey, we should totally get back into this, and then literally a week later there's videos going back on the channel, I realized, yeah, okay, better buy some stuff that we need, or I need to get, so I can record. So
yeah, you definitely need to get a better camera though.
yeah, I am using a 7-year-old webcam, so
yeah, which I kind of gave to you 7 years ago.
Yeah, no, you gave me is the at least you're big kind. I think I nicked it from you 7 years ago.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's who we are. Nobody's on the internet that don't know what they're doing, that talk a lot of nothingness, and yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Yeah. Well, we did get some relative fame. We were known for LA Noir walkthroughs.
Yeah, that we did get a little bit. Although for some reason we decided to delete them all off the channel, and I no longer have the original footage. So
yeah,
just doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it was a sad day. Just all those people. We should in memory play the Switch version of that at some point together.
I definitely want to replay it. I've been wanting to replay it for a while.
Yeah, I think we should see how good our memory is, and see if 7 years we can still get.
I can't remember what happened yesterday, never alone 7 years ago.
Yeah, I've got to say, watching your Wind Waker playthrough, I was like, we have played this together. You were with me when we were playing it, and how could you not remember like basic shit? from like.
I can't walk up the stairs and like ladders in that game. Never alone do anything complicated. It's gonna be
Oh
interesting to
god.
go on in that game.
Yeah, there are genuine moments when I'm watching you play, and I'm cringing and laughing so hard. Just oh no, no, that's not how you do that. No, no, like the spotlight moment. I think it was like episode 2 or 3. I just burst into laughter when I realized you turned off all the spotlights besides the one you actually have to turn off. And then I was like, move the crate first. Just move. No, oh, okay, right, we're gonna be here for another like 5-10 minutes watching you go. Oh, yeah, that was fantastic. I love that episode. I just couldn't stop laughing. I mean, at your pain, but you know, it's all good.
But it's fair enough. All right, so just laugh at me. I'm gonna put my head down in shame.
Yeah, you know, and that kind of brings us to the next topic, which is why we're doing this. And in all honesty, I'm just doing it for the banter. So
For the lols, as they say.
yeah, exactly. You know, we're not looking to get anything from this. I mean, long term, I don't know if we're thinking long term at the moment, but we're just going to see. I think the longest we've ever lasted was like 6 months at a time with the channel. So we're trying to beat the record of 6 months. So
Let's see how that goes. I think one of the reasons I kind of wanted to get back into LPing is really, I think, just to kind of force myself to play some games and like kind of push through them, which I haven't been doing for quite some time. So what I'm saying is, if I actually start doing this and actually kind of forces me to play, but in a good way, in that sense, rather than
exactly.
just pushing it off and saying, "Oh, let's just watch Netflix." I actually can go play this and push on and actually complete it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like I've got like 130 games I've still not even touched. And I was like, oh yeah, these would totally be good like 8-hour sessions just to record. It's like, you know, might as well do something with my time. I think this kind of brings it to that like productivity. Like if you're sitting there just playing with like people don't think about it when they're just watching Netflix or like just random shit online. You know, like you're wasting 3 or 4 hours of your time, and if you're gaming, you're like, oh, I'm just gaming. Like, I'm not doing anything. But at least, you know, if you're recording it, you're like, well, at least I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah, at least you're doing something. You've got some promise of potentially going somewhere on it. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly. You know, if people can enjoy what I bring to the table, even one person, then it's worth producing. It's going to be my motto for now.
Even if that one person is the other person in this group.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. If I can make Ki Kumo laugh, I know I'm doing well.
You got to make some videos first.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, that kind of brings us to what we're doing with the channel. It's we're working on a few different projects. We're looking at games that we'd want to record. We're looking at a few group projects, like cooperative games that we can work with. As I mentioned, that I'm on a kind of on the weakest spectrum what I can record at the moment, so I won't be doing anything big until that's sorted, and again that'll be 3-4 months from now. Ki Kumo's got a few massive games in his list of things that he wants to do.
But don't guarantee that's going to become anything.
I looked at the list of potentials. Yeah, I was literally looking at the list. First. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was thinking. It's like, hang on, let's look at the potential games that we're all playing. And I was just like, no, I don't see any of these getting completed anytime soon. I was like, I'm looking at games like 8-hour sesh. Those are good games to start with. I was like, let me build up some videos. Not let's start with like fucking like 30-40 hour to 50-hour RPGs. The fucking Wind Waker is the first game we upload. It's like, oh okay, I remember that's being about an 80-hour game on a bad day. So you know, yeah. That's like a year's worth of content just ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's fine by me. I actually wanted to play and complete the game, so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a question for you actually, because I've been wondering: are you going to do 100%ing, or are you just going any percentage?
I'm just going for any percentage. I want to actually just complete the main story. Whether I go any further than that is we'll see. There are also there'll be times in the game when I'm like, no, I'm going to just be adamant to go complete something completely randomly. Like I was in the 5th episode, I was just like, I'm going to find these kids. I'm going to definitely find these kids.
Yeah.
I'm just going to push through and kind of do that. I'll just get randomly sidetracked, but we'll find out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's always good fun. You know, it's that's a good precedent to have, because if you're like, oh yeah, I'm going 100%, I'm like, oh shit, does that mean I have to 100% every game we play? Yeah,
not going to happen.
Yeah, not with us though.
Not with most people, to be fair.
Yeah, like those people who do it, just like, yeah, well done you know.
I think they'll just get kind of like boring. Unless you focus on editing it in certain ways, and like for example, like Mario Odyssey, you go for the sense of, oh, these are how you get all the moons, and you kind of break it up in the video, and you actually kind of say, look, break it up into segments. This is how you do it for this section, this planet, and so forth. That's the only way it'll work, and they're more walkthroughs rather than let's plays.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're aiming for let's plays rather than walkthroughs. Because Jesus Christ, we did that LA Noir walkthrough, and that was one weekend of hell.
I do remember us going to Lidl and buying probably like 30, 40 cans of those energy drinks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our livers have not recovered from that.
It's fine. Ever since then, energy drinks don't really affect me.
Yeah, same.
Neither does caffeine, so.
Yeah, that was the day. It's like, yeah, you get 24 hours where you just won't sleep ever again, but you'll never be able to drink coffee. Like, you won't get any benefits from caffeine. It's like, yeah, okay, let's do this. That was 7-year-old stupidity, like 7 years ago. Stupidity, yeah. So we're not going to be doing that anymore. I hope.
Who knows? We'll find out.
Oh God! Right, at least we have a bit more funds this time, so it'll be at least Red Bull rather than 18-can energy drinks from Lidl, however much they were.
Yeah, I think they were like 18p. I'm pretty sure they were like 20p, whatever they were dirt cheap.
It was just bad. Yeah, it was just like you're basically drinking rat poison in a can with a bit of caffeine in it.
That's fine. I still drink them.
Oh God, that's even more worrying. Like, how can you still drink that stuff?
It's fine. I'll drink anything.
Ki Kumo drinks. Yeah, literally for the next show. Just today I'm drinking rat poison. Let's see how well this goes.
Let's see if I can survive it. See if I don't end up in hospital.
I just be Megan. Like, at least start tame. Don't start with like the rat poison / bleach. Like that's the like the highlights. You know, you gotta start small. Like Ki Kumo drinks water. Whoa.
Oh, I can do that one.
Yeah, well, you slowly build up from there.
Ki Kumo drinks cordial.
Without the water.
Yeah,
just the pure cordial.
I actually do that.
Oh, mate, I can't do that. Like that's just.
Then next step up, Ki Kumo drinks hot chocolate. He drinks a tea. Coffee, black coffee.
No, you could do like hot drinks / cold drinks. Like, ooh.
It's like, what's next? Hot sauce.
Oh yeah, a shot of Tabasco, just that full shot.
Yeah, it's fine. I've got a Carolina Reaper chili sauce downstairs.
Oh, a shot of that would burn. That would
really nice though.
I can imagine. I like the spice, but that. Oh, I don't know if I could do a shot of spice. Just like
probably die, but you can't die from the heat. Not that.
No, no, you literally be on the toilet with ice cream. Just like crying yourself. Like, what? It's for the views. It's for the views.
It's worth it. Worth the 20 views.
Ooh, look at that AdSense. 0.2p.
You've only got it now. You have to like Google's requirements and videos and advertising is a lot stricter now. So you have to have like 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Like,
so
let me see what the EU requirements are.
Yeah, because so just for people who may be watching, you know, the two people who aren't us who are watching this, we used to be a monetized channel. No, we're not.
Get reviewed after reaching 4,000 watch hours in the previous 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Currently, we are on 1 hour and 150 subscribers. So,
whoa! So it's a long year.
Yeah, we've easily got to dramatically increase the size of our channel. Oh well. 2020 before our first ad video goes up. And to be honest, with Wind Waker, we wouldn't be able to advertise it anyway. It all goes into So.
Oh god, yeah, the Nintendo monetization. Oh, I completely forgot about that kerfuffle from years ago. God, that was.
Because they're still quite strict on it. Because the creators program still exists, but if you're a UK content producer, it just doesn't work. UK, Europe, just doesn't really work or exist because the countries are just really random. I'm just trying to get it up. Let's see if I can find it.
Because if I remember correctly, it was like 75% of the ad revenue goes straight to Nintendo. You get 25%. Or it's like 50% if it was like a third-party Nintendo game, and then 75% if it was first-party.
So I think it's not. No, yeah. So So it's like 60% goes to Nintendo, basically.
Yeah, it was ridiculous when they first announced it.
If you do a whole channel, it's 70%. If you do just on a video basis, it's 60%. So hell of a lot goes to them, but it's also very restricted in what countries can apply. So you need to be a resident in US, Canada, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Mexico, Panama, or Peru. Panama and Peru, what? And Chile, what? But Europe, Australia, nah. No, not at all.
Yeah, Panama and Peru.
I
mean, there must have been like...
I don't know. I even contacted Nintendo UK, and they were just like, "No, we have no plans." They just literally came back to me and just said, "Yeah, we've got no plans to bring this over here."
That's so strange.
They're just so disconnected. I just don't care.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, there must be, like, some really hardcore Nintendo YouTubers in Panama and Peru. That's the only thing I can think to add those countries. Wait, no, you forgot about Panama number 64. He's fantastic. All he does is N64 games in Panama. We need to get his channel.
all 500 views.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is when he's actually like some fucking like massive YouTube star. We're just like completely selecting someone we've never even heard of. But yeah, so again, we're not doing the monetization. We're not doing it money. We're doing it. We said banter. Games on our channel. Any issues? But yeah. And speaking of games, I wanted to talk about, because these two games I've been interested in since E3. I think last year was when they were announced, maybe the year before. So that's
the first one was definitely last year, I believe.
Yeah,
I think they were both last year.
Yeah, so big releases of the week. We are recording this on a Sunday, just so you're aware. So one that's literally just come out on literally 2 days ago. So Spider-Man released on September 7th on the PS4, on the PS4 only, because hell yeah, it did.
So it's only in the rights.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and it was done by Insomniac, the guys who did Ratchet and Clank and Spyro and Sunset Overdrive. So I'm really happy with the company that kind of produced the game, designed and created the game, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that.
I've heard a hell of a lot of good things about it. That's all I've heard is just good things. I've not really heard anything too negative. I've heard a bit of controversy about the whole thing about graphics being reduced or downsized.
Oh god. Yeah,
that's very mixed in how you want to take it. They changed art style. They changed how they wanted to from E3 to how it went live. But I've heard nothing but good things from the game, being one of the best Spider-Man games out. And
yeah, I mean, I've played it for like half an hour to an hour. It's fun, fluid. It's just so much fun. Just like. It reminds me of the game everyone loves from Spider-Man 2, I think it was, way back when. Everyone was like, "Oh, we just need this done in HD." I mean, that's basically what it is. It's just that just in HD, you get that fun, like full world. Just have fun going around New York and exploring and collecting stuff, and like random crimes are just occurring everywhere. Go help. You definitely get that from this, and it's very much like. I didn't play much of the story, but what I saw, you get the very much traditional kind of it like the Peter Parker they've gone for looks like a weird mix of like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire had a baby. Like it's a weird looking character. Again, you got the kind of the funny quips you get from like comic book and like the cartoon Spider-Man. Like it's like better than Andrew Garfield, but not as good as Tom Holland. Yeah. If I was to put it in like the movie kind of style of the Spidey they've gone for, the costumes are fantastic from what I've seen. So like you get the original like the Avengers Spidey costumes. You get the new ones for the game specifically, and those are fantastic as well. You get the retro comics as well, like designs, and ones from older games as well. And all of those look fantastic. And I want to play that game. I think I might record it if I have a chance and do like a little like.
I'm definitely curious what your thoughts about the exclusive PlayStation 4 version of the Spider-Man PlayStation 4. What your thoughts on the color scheme are?
Oh, I mean, when I saw it, I kind of wanted to buy it. I'm not gonna lie, but I was like, I already have a PS4. Don't need one. But it did look good. I must admit, it did look.
It definitely looks good, but personally, I think it's missing the blue.
Yeah, because it was pure red, wasn't it? Oh, I need to have a quick.
It's pure red and white. Pure red for the body, white like Spider-Man logo on the top, and that's kind of it. And the controllers again just red and white. I think you just needed that bit of blue to kind of make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah. I think definitely they should have done the bottom layer blue, but it was a.
Yeah, I also think PlayStation screwed themselves over on exclusive consoles. I don't know if you saw the PlayStation 4 5 million units like exclusive console. Now that's
wow.
Now that's a sexy PS4. If you've not seen it, go online, have a look. It's like they've done a dark, transparent blue console, and with gold accents.
Oh yeah, I saw this in the news. Oh yeah, it looked fantastic.
Now that
but it's such a weird thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one, but it definitely makes you want to go. Do we have any technical? Oh no, he's getting cold.
No, it's not technical. I can just hear a baby crying.
That's
wondering
fine,
I was just wondering if you can hear it, like if you can hear it coming through. Or...
I heard it a little, but I just completely ignored it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't too much. But yeah, it's just
anyway, PlayStation 4. Yeah, I mean, in terms of like the exclusive designs for consoles, it's the 5 million one is nice. Personally, I prefer the ice. No, I think it was an ice white or a snow white.
Oh yeah.
A PS4. That was probably my favourite. Purely because it's the complete contrast of what they normally do, which is the black. I was really annoyed they never did a pro version of that one. That was the one I was waiting for personally. But yeah, never came to fruition. So I was a bit gutted about that.
Yeah, I think Sony are really trying to pick up their custom design consoles. Especially how hard Nintendo have been doing. Great they've been doing with their 3DS lineups.
And definitely, it's yeah, there's an ice cream brand. I'm literally like, I want an ice cream right now. Like, I'm debating it, right? It's really annoying. It's going to get even louder because I know this ice cream truck. He wakes me up every Sunday. So we are recording this on a Sunday, as I mentioned. I usually have a nap around this time, and the only reason I know that is because the ice cream truck will wake me up on his way back when he's going past because it is fucking loud.
Bear in mind, it is 10 to 6 in the afternoon or in the evening.
Yeah, I'll usually nap at 4 and wake up around 7, so all around 6ish. So it's. I mean, Sunday's rest day. You're not supposed to do much on a Sunday. You're supposed to relax, rest.
Have
a chat with a friend. Listen to crying babies and ice cream. It is what it is. Oh god, yeah.
That's definitely been ruined. But so now we've got. What's our next topic? Or the next game on your wish list that was recently coming out?
Yep, so Tomb Raider, aka Lara Croft, the final in the trilogy of new games called The Rise of the Tomb Raider, I believe it's called Shadow of the Tomb Raider, is coming out next week, if I am correct in terms of days. In fact, I've just seen a tweet that says it'll be back out in 6 days, and that was almost 24 hours ago, so yeah, it'll be out. I think September 14th is the official release date. But again,
about right.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've not even actually played any of this whole series of Tomb Raiders.
They are good. Bit different. I've thoroughly enjoyed them for the most part, but they are very gamey-esque. 14th of September. Yep, that's the official release date. It's the first game was really interesting purely because it's just after Eidos were bought out by Ubisoft, so it was technically developed by Ubisoft, even though it was the Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics team working on it. But again, produced by Ubisoft. Published by Square Enix. My bad. I'm probably going to get hate for that. So yeah, it's being produced and published by Square Enix, who recently bought the company, and it's it's an interesting take on the original Tomb Raider classics. So one of the biggest things that people had gripes when the original one of this new series came out was Lara Croft only uses one pistol, which annoyed the fuck out of everyone, which was hilarious to me. But it was also it's one of the funniest things. It was like, if you ever look at the articles from back then, I think it was like back out in 2014 or 2015, around then. It's just everyone going mad about, she doesn't use 2 pistols. This isn't my Tomb Raider. Just one of those stupid things, Yeah, I know, right? But you know, the games have been really fun. So they incorporated a lot of like the Last of Us kind of mechanics. So you have like upgrading and crafting. The game is both linear but very open plan. So if you've played the new God of War, you kind of know what I'm talking about. So you have like these pathways where like, okay, this is like set gameplay, and then you have these open areas that you can explore. And it's good fun for that. Like, you know, if you're in the mood for, you know, when you're playing a game, you're like, I just kind of feel like exploring an area and like unlocking new stuff. You have that available to you. As well as that, though, you also have the, you know, the ability to progress the story and you know, play that through as well. Probably one of my favorite things they added was literally bow. So you can have a bow in the game, and it's literally like the ultimate stealth weapon. So you're just there, just like literally.
Don't think she likes you talking about Tomb Raider.
Yeah, she clearly doesn't like Tomb Raider.
I think that's the sign for her to say, shut up and move on.
Yeah. I'll take that as the yeah. Oh my god, she is properly wailing. Like, bear in mind, I think she's on the ground floor and I'm on the attic. So that's a pretty good wail. Like, my sister's got lungs. Oh my god, is
She's
she
still
done?
going.
Oh,
No, I think that's it. I can't hear anymore.
oh. No, she's not done. Yeah, I can still hear.
It's kind of entertaining because I can't hear it until you speak, because your mic kind of goes quiet and then like you speak and it picks it back up and you can hear it in the background.
Oh god. So I just go. Oh. Okay. Right now I've got to deal with the barking dog. like I'm not in an environment where it's good to record anything at the moment. So, but yeah. So Tomb Raider, yeah, it's a interesting game. I think if you haven't played the originals, they're like dead cheap now. You can get them for like a tenner. Like this series, rather, should I say, like the Square Enix set. And this is the final in the trilogy. They said this will be the final rise of the Tomb Raider, which the last two games clearly aren't.
Got to make a new Tomb Raider series if this cashes out.
Oh, I mean, that's the thing. So this is the Rise of the Tomb Raider trilogy. So then it'll be the Tomb Raider trilogy, and then they could do the Death of the Tomb Raider trilogy, where she dies 3 times over. You know, considering this has been the Rise for 3 games. So
Man, it's going to be the mediocre life of Tomb Raider for the next 3 games.
here you go. Here comes the ice cream truck.
Right on cue.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's something in my house that always has to be making noise. If it's not me, it's something else.
Alright. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a while before I pick up Spider-Man. It's definitely on my list, but I'll probably just give it a pass until it reduces in cost. That's kind of just how I do things. Why pick up a AAA game at like 50 quid when I could just wait a few months, pick it up at 30 quid?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. As I've gotten older, like especially because we now both work, it's this sad realization. It's like, oh yeah, that new game like Anthem. Oh, that's coming out. I'm gonna pick that up, pre-order it, and everything. And like, or I can wait when I actually have the time to play this, which will be like 6 to 8 months from now, and it'll be dirt cheap.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just it makes just so much more sense. I think like games that you pick up on day one are games you think one aren't going to reduce in price anytime soon. So like real big AAA games, or two you want it's something where it's going to be online focused, and you'll probably be at a negative disadvantage, or something you are just genuinely going to pick up and play. But unless it's
yeah,
something
exactly.
like that, I just don't see the urgent point of getting it straight away.
Yeah, I mean, like I think the last game I bought on release was probably Overwatch, and that was because you know it's an online game where you play multiplayer. So if you weren't playing beforehand or when it came out, you were gonna get beat the crap out of. And you know, since then I've just mainly, I think like the last game I picked up was Breath of the Wild, and that was like 3 weeks ago. And that game's been out on on the Switch and the Wii U for almost a year and a half or something.
Yeah, I don't even know what the last game I picked up on release day was. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I think if I pick up Spider-Man and Tomb Raider, I think they're gonna be the two I've picked up relatively close. I think like if I buy Tomb Raider, will be on release day, but even that would just be a case of, oh, I just needed to pick it up to see how it plays. You know, like yeah, exactly. You know, so but yeah, so anyway, moving on. Considering we're in the releases, we should talk about the news that's come up in the past few weeks in regards to the games that we play. You know.
Yeah, games, general tech news, just things that's been going on. I mean, like one of the biggest things that's kind of happened in the last few days is obviously Nintendo announced a Nintendo Direct. It was on Thursday, but they obviously that's been delayed with no as far as I know. No announcements of when they're going to redo that. Supposedly coming up soon, but they delayed it for the earthquake in Hokkaido.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, makes sense.
So they had a big earthquake in Hokkaido. There was a second large natural disaster in Japan in a week. So they decided to delay the direct, which has now caused a few issues inside of it, because a lot of the things I think that we're going to announce in the direct has already been announced.
Ooh.
Because companies have gone ahead and just announced. For example, Square Enix with Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, that's coming to the Switch.
Oh yeah.
I think that was meant to be an announcement as part of Nintendo Direct. It was announced pretty much just after Direct by Square Enix. You had the Mega Man 11 demo that was released on the Switch as well. That was released at the same time, around the same time as when the Direct was meant to happen. And then there's just been, for example, they released the name of the new Yoshi game by accident on the.
So it's a first-party development company. That's
Nintendo America dropped the ball on that one. They had a link on their website that linked towards the game, and they released the new title. I can't remember what it off the top of my head, but they kind of dropped the ball there. Then there's just been more and more announcements of the Switch. One of the biggest things that's been still quiet on is obviously like the Nintendo Switch Online service. That's still very quiet, but we'll see how that one's going to come out. I mean, it's coming out in the next few weeks anyway. It's coming out in September. We'll see what happens.
God, it's just that was a. I mean, I can understand the reason why they delayed the direct, but the amount of chaos it must have caused, like the PR team, the marketing team, like no.
You got to think all of there. Obviously, them liaising with other companies, how they've all gone. Like, okay, you 20 developers, we're going to be doing this at the launch of your games for our system. This is when we're going to do it. Set up all your systems. They're going to have all their staff lined up. Everyone ready to go live, and then they cancel it. I mean, it was still a fair few hours before, and it was completely understandable why they did it, but probably still caused some chaos across the board. And then companies also gone, do you know what? We're just going to go ahead anyway. We're going to be announcing it. We can't wait.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at an article explaining what happened there. It's just, as you said, like just the massive amount of leaks that have just come out as well. It's just ridiculous. Just because, again, like
whatever they had planned, they're gonna have to reorganize it, replan it, redesign it. They're gonna have to talk about more. I think one of the things they'll probably focus on more on this one is the Switch Online service. It's still very cold and dark what's happening with it. I know they've announced 10 NES games that are coming with it. All with online capabilities, which
that's
is
cool.
Including what will be quite interesting to see what they do, but including the original Legend of Zelda.
Okay. So, hey, buddy, come and help me in my world.
Yeah. So whether they're doing that, whether they're changing the game, or whether they're just implementing something like Cloud Save. I don't know. They also say Cloud Save is going to be backwards compatible with all existing games.
That's good. Yeah, because I must admit that's the one thing that worries me is like, oh hey, if I lose my Switch, I lose everything. Like at least give me access to cloud storage.
Yeah,
like
it's still crazy you can't do a just backup to your own SD card.
Yeah, like like fair game. You don't plan on losing a Switch, but shit happens.
The whole firmware 5.0 update with the bricking of systems with the docks. So third-party docks bricked so many Switches. With their firmware update, and it still happens. So that's why Nyko pulled away their dock. Other companies, it's just highly recommended don't use a third party dock. I think Alex is frozen there. Is he? Oh, he's back.
I'm back. Hello. Sorry again. This is me saying, "Hey, look how bad my internet connection is."
Sounds about right.
Yep. So. I mean, following on from the Nintendo news, we also had the launch of the Super Smash Bros. Demo that went live. It's just across stores in America at the moment, I think. And that looks pretty fun. People are like getting their hands on, seeing what's new. I mean, it's basically the same as Smash that was on the Wii U, with just every single character ever.
It's Smash.
So
it's like you go back to like Melee, you go back to original like 64. It's the same game. Just improved mechanics, improved characters, a bigger lineup. The thing they really...
I must admit, I'm
definitely looking forward to it, but I think the thing they need to get down and they hopefully will do as part of these like online service is getting online working really well.
Yeah, and I can definitely because I can see definitely the focus
Oh, I think I'm losing Alex again.
for the new online servicing. This
He's
period.
starting to sound like a messed up robot.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Am I back normal? Am I normal yet?
Yeah,
Hello?
you're back. Here you're back.
Hello?
Really poor
Hello?
internet.
But I was saying, like I could see the Nintendo Direct for December when Smash is just about to come out, where they say, "Oh, by the way, the online stuff that you've all been wanting, it comes with, like all the stuff you'd want for Smash to have in terms of the online capabilities will come with it," and that's why they'll push the online service. Because again, most people have a Switch. There's only real two games that people are playing multiplayer.
I reckon what they're going to do is, I mean, the online service comes out at the end of this month anyway. I reckon to push sales, they are going to go, here is a playable Smash demo with full online capability.
Yeah, I could see that being there.
And
anything to do with
people gladly go, wait, okay, 20 quid for a year, full Smash demo and a cloud save, fine, take it. And you're going to get 20 NES games with it. So you get 20 games, Smash demo and cloud save, why not?
Yeah, again,
and if you've got multiple Switches in your household, just do the family pack, 35 quid or whatever it costs for 7 Switches. Insane.
Yeah, I think it's 35, yeah, or 36, something like that. But again, it's I can understand that them looking at the other like Xbox, well, Sony and Microsoft's kind of online service and going, oh yeah, we should have a subscription service, and it just feels tacked on. Like we need to make money as well, so let's just do what they've done. And I don't know if I'm.
I mean, the fact they haven't brought Virtual Console over, I think, kind of contradicts that. They've been planning it. They've been thinking about it.
Yeah, but
if they wanted to make money, I think they would have just released Virtual Console.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's just I don't know. I'm in two minds of what they're doing with their online systems. Like I've never been too happy about Microsoft and Sony's, especially because I was an avid PC gamer. Now I have, I have PS Plus. Obviously don't own an Xbox anymore, so I don't have that one anymore. At least I hope I'm not paying for that somewhere down the line. But again, it just boils down to like. I was okay with Xbox Gold and PS Plus. Like, fair enough, I'm playing with friends online on their servers. It seems fair that I pay for that. Now they've both released this new Netflix package as well. I don't know how I feel about that. You got that? I don't know what it's called, the Microsoft All Pass.
I think you've got the Game Pass, so Xbox Game Pass. Yeah. Which I don't mind. It's definitely a step in better direction compared to the PlayStation Plus Pass or whatever it's called. Because that one's the whole more like you actually stream the game and you actually kind of it's that more Netflix environment, whereas the Game Pass is actually no, here's the games, download it, play it locally, you can play it offline, you don't need to be online to play it, it's just you get access to the game. It's the same with EA Access, Origin are doing the Origin Access as well. I think those type of services I don't have a problem with because like the Xbox Game Pass, I have it for £7 a month. I'm getting a couple hundred games worth of access. They are releasing AAA titles onto it, and they release.
I mean, that's the thing.
Brand new.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's going to be the relative success of these systems, these new like subscription based services, like let's just call it the Netflix package.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what it is. So in 3-4 years' time, if you can't get those AAA titles, are you going to be able to keep those 300 to 400, titles on there? This is the thing. It's like servers cost space. If you can't keep up with demand, or like if the demand disappears because you're not bringing in the latest, hot games, then they're going to die. They're going to increase the prices. They're going to increase the charge rates. So it'll be interesting to see how this progresses within the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, I think what Xbox are doing in America, Microsoft doing in America is where it's going to change. The fact they're offering a service in the States now where you can, for $35 a month, you get Xbox Live, you get the Game Pass, you get a Xbox One X for $35 a month. It's a 2-year contract, but you get those two services for 2 years, and it works out to be pretty cost effective in some sense, and it's a really easy way of people to get into gaming. You especially like I said, if you've got that availability in the States, you're like, oh, I don't really have £400 or £500 to put on a console and some games. You go, okay, I can do £35 a month. You get the top higher end Xbox with the 4K capability and so forth. you get a library of 200 games instantly on your doorstep. Some of which are AAA titles. You do get like the Halos, you do get the like Gears of War, you do get a bunch of other games and some indie games and some of the backdated games, as well as the full Xbox Live experience. I think that's kind of where these like some of the console makers are definitely going to go.
Yeah, I mean, again, it seems the modern life, the millennials, have definitely gone more towards this whole subscription-based services. Like the rise of Netflix is basically just taken off, and I can easily see that. The system you kind of just mentioned there with the whole, you get the entire package for like 35 quid a month, and if it's just a rolling contract, people will keep paying that. Like we're reaching this. It's back to like the 1940s and 50s. Funnily enough, where we had the same system where we pay for a product for a subscription-based thing.
Yeah.
I could see that easily being the norm. For everything. Like, oh yeah, I rent my place. Oh yeah, I subscribe. Like, I found a service the other week for a bed subscription. So you don't even buy your bed anymore. You can buy a subscription for your bed. Yeah, like you pay £35 a month for your bed, and then after 2 years they replace it with a new bed, and you pay the same price again. So
I mean, it's something
pretty cool system.
I mean, something like that's been doing with cars for many years. It's always
Yeah.
there. It's a dangerous market.
It is, but it's effective. It works for people because people want what they can't have immediately, and this gives it to them. This gives them the ability to have, again, like, or in the other case of people want mass quantities for a cheap price, even if it means that overall they're paying more. Netflix, but I think we're, and I
I'm losing you again.
3 times.
You keep going like. It sounds like your voice is bouncing off a springboard. There we go.
I'm literally just waiting for my fingers to come back. There we go. So, but yeah, again, these subscription services are really taking off. It'll be fascinating to see where they go with that. And speaking of things that are dying out, officially, the PS2 has officially retired. Japan, I think it was Japan and Sony recently said that if your PS2 breaks, you can't bring it to us anymore. We're not manufacturing parts. We're not doing anything anymore for the PS2s.
I only heard about that like in the last few days, and I just thought that was amazing. The idea of people are still sending in their PlayStation 2s to get replaced. The fact that it's 2018 and they go, "Oh, Sony, sorry, but my PlayStation 2 is not working. Do you mind repairing it?" I thought it would have just been like done by third-party sources by nowadays. I didn't realise that they would actually still be sending it back to Sony. That must have been costing them so much money.
I know, right? Could you imagine being like that guy who was just like on the last day, he shipped it off, and then he sees the news and goes, "No, my chance!" Like they just announced it. It's just like, no.
The thing is, they would have been paying to get it repaired anyway. There's no way they would be it's under warranty, but they would have been paying to get it repaired. But I'm sure it would have been cheaper to get the parts yourself and just replace them. I'm sure there must be replacement parts online.
Just trying to think if I've still got my PS2 anywhere. No, I've got my PS3. I don't know where my PS2 is now. I don't know if it still works. Yeah, it's just to think, like, because
I don't know where any of my controllers are, but I definitely started the console.
All I've got is my G-Cons. So I'm literally. Bloody hell! So the PS2 released on the 4th of March 2000. So that means that they were offering this service for 18 years. Jesus Christ!
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, to think, that's the full life cycle of that console. That was an 18-year-old console. In its life cycle, it got replaced twice. Like that is impressive for a console to be replaced twice in its own legacy. And that's I think the PS2 was definitely almost the catapult for original games, and then the Xbox came in with online services, and that's kind of where made online services more popular. It's
What you're saying about like old games and like old consoles. There's I can't remember who it was, but someone recently released a brand new SNES game. I don't know if you heard about this.
No, what? Oh, Devolver Digital.
So
oh my god,
it's a genuine cartridge SNES game. that you can actually buy, play, put in your console. But it's not a cheap like cheap hack, or they've just taken a game and they've actually genuinely spent the time to rebuild it, like make a
Just
game
for the
from
SNES.
scratch just for the SNES.
That is terrifying.
I mean, now that's what you call like bring
That's like a blast from the past. Yeah. No, I mean, Devolver Digital are always known for being one of those like wacky companies. I think they're the guys who did was it Gungeon? Enter the Gungeon? I think that was them. But their E3 conferences are always quite funny.
Yeah.
No matter what anyone says, they were just hilarious. Proper like piss takes of Devolver Digital. Go. Yeah, it's quite hard typing with one hand.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
Yeah, I'm going to Devolver. Yeah, they did Absolve for Hotline Miami, Enter the Gungeon, Broforce. Yeah, known for their crazy and wild antics. Yeah.
Yeah, there was also someone else that released a game recently. I can't think who it is, but someone else has released a game, but they've given it's a limited edition game. I think it's on the Switch, but it comes with a N64 cartridge. But
No way.
But it's not a genuine. It's not a full cartridge.
Oh, it's not like the full game.
It's not. Yeah. It's not even a game. It's just a mock cartridge. This was it. Yeah, it's Ukulele.
Ukulele. That game got slated hard.
Yeah, so they produced a limited run, but it came with a genuine cartridge, but it's just a plastic. It's got no internals. It's absolutely pointless. I thought that would have been absolutely amazing to release it with a working game, even if it was just a mini game. It would have been perfect.
I mean, it was literally just Banjo-Kazooie redone.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, which was kind of it was all right. I think it's very much a dated. I think the Crash Bandicoot works for the old school era. It doesn't really work in the modern era. Well, at least that formula is overdone. I think not to the. I mean, it's what they knew. I mean, it was made by the original creators, like Banjo-Kazooie. So kudos to them for hashing it out again. But at the same time, it was just. I don't know. It was just. It just didn't feel right. Even you can still get decent platformers today, but even then they don't. There was something about it. It just felt off.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Oh. Well.
Sad. Just sad. And speaking of sad news, but also funny news, depending on your opinion on the franchise. So, Henry Cavill, aka Superman, is playing The Witcher in the Netflix TV show, and I have very mixed feelings about this, and I don't know if I'm too happy about it or if I'm happy about it yet.
Yeah, it's a hard one for me to converse on. I've not played the Witcher games, not sold the series, so I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. So, my main concern at this moment in time is that The Witcher is technically a book series. That's how it started. So it's a massive book collection. I think it's like 10 books. Hang on, they're on my shelf. I think there's 7. Yeah, they're over there somewhere. But there's about 7 books. So if it's a book adaptation made into a Netflix series, I think it would work excellently. If it's based on the games, don't know how well it's going to work. Now, considering they have Geralt Rivia, who's the main Witcher that you play in the games, it looks more likely to be the games. So I don't know how I feel about Henry Cavill, aka Superman, playing a character that I know a lot of other, like Mads Mikkelsen would probably be my favorite choice. He's too. I don't know if I want to say American, but he is he's too much of that proper like American, where in the games are supposed to be European. If you get what I mean by that, I'm not coming off. It's just a very weird choice, especially because I know there's probably a lot of like indie actors as well, and that's what Netflix tends to go for. So I'm really surprised that a Netflix show has got an A-list actor to appear on one of their shows, and 2, I want to know how much of the budget is now going to go to Henry Cavill's salary versus how much they can actually spend on the rest of the show.
It's Netflix; they just spend whatever they want on their budget. They've just got so much money to spend on things.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing.
It's like look at Amazon Prime with the whole Top Gear. When they took that over and the amount of money they were putting into that show, and you just think, where are they making that type of money from? And it's like millions per episode. They had enough money to do what they wanted per episode and do what they want.
I get that, but the other thing is that that's an established show, right? So Top Gear, everyone knew already before it even gone on to Amazon. Well, okay, so was it the Grand something? The new, yeah, the Grand Tour. That's the new Top Gear. But this is a untested. The book sold well, fair enough. The game sold well, sure, but this is untested waters. It's untested for Netflix. They haven't done. The closest they've done is the Netflix Marvel saga, and even that's been mixed. Like we don't know.
A lot of Netflix original stuff is very mixed. I mean, I've been watching a couple of the animated stuff recently, like Paradise PD and Disenchanted, like really funny. But then like when it comes to other things, it's just like they can be really poor quality. But they put the name all over it. So when I see the Netflix original name,
it's a coin flip. Yeah, it's literally a coin flip, and it's like fair enough. They must be heavily interested in The Witcher, and they must assume that gamers are going to buy into it. But again, I wouldn't put like an A-list actor, when I know that's probably going to be like half their budget is just going to be on his fucking salary, paying for the rest of the show. It's like I'd rather they get like, a B-lister or even like a TV celebrity, just to do the character instead. Like, yeah, fair enough, the quality of the overall acting may be poorer, but it means they can spend more in the environment, on the scenery, on the directing, on the rest of it. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes. I know filming's starting shortly, so it'll be interesting to see. Like, even costume design is going to be interesting, considering it is based on, I think, 15th, 16th century Eastern Europe. So, either way, it's going to be fascinating. And again, they're going to have to use heavy CG because, again, you're fighting, griffins and harpies and dragons. Is there dragons? I can't remember if there's dragons or not. There's ghosts, there's vampires. It's just like Van Helsing. Like, you're a bounty hunter for slaying mythical creatures. And it is a fantastic. If you haven't played it, I would recommend it if you have 200 hours spare. It is one of those games as well, unfortunately.
I'll struggle with that.
Well, I mean, I haven't actually finished it. I'm 160 hours in. I don't even know where I am in the story at this point anymore. So I'm just like, I'm going to put that on the back burner until I have like a Christmas off, and then I can just sit there for a weekend or something. But it is one of those interesting games, and it'll be interesting to see how it develops from here. But yeah,
that's fair enough. Like I said, it's hard for me to kind of contribute to that because, especially about the Witcher series, because I know very little about it. It's been on my list, but my list is forever growing and never shrinking. So,
yeah, that's basically right. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. It's like that's why I wanted your opinion on it because, like, oh yeah, it's Superman playing a character in a game that you've heard of. Is it really going to affect your viewership of it? That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would just be a case of I'll give it if I'll watch the trailer. If it looks interesting, I'll give it a go. That's about it. I mean, I haven't even watched half the Marvel stuff Netflix have done. Just out of some of it, just doesn't really appeal to me. The universe appeals to me, but the actual what I've seen, there's just like little things that just bug me, and I was just like, nope.
Well, hey, I think it was like the 90th hour of me playing that game that I realised crossbows work underwater. So the problem with having fast loading screens is that you can't actually read them. Yeah. So, but yeah, and one of our other last articles is another release of a game that we both didn't realise was actually a sequel until we looked into it a bit more. Was 2 Point Hospital.
Yeah, I did not realise that was a sequel at all. I saw it on Steam like the other week. I just it was pointed out to me by the partner that it looks like the old. She was like, it looks like the old hospital game, and then we're like, oh, it's Theme Hospital, and it just didn't click. Did not click.
Yeah, I mean, I've dabbled. I played a demo for like half an hour. Well, basically played it at a friend's house for like half an hour, and I was like, oh my god, it literally plays the exact same way. That this sarcastic humor is still there. It's fantastic. Again, if you were a massive fan of the original, don't know how you would be like if you were from our generation, because that game was like, I think like the 90s. Hang on.
When did the
who
who picks up first?
It'll definitely be because I'm typing one-handed.
1997.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so yeah, so if you're playing that game, I would definitely recommend, and you miss it.
See, for me, I didn't massively play Theme Hospital back then. There was another game that came out around the same time.
God, was it?
Mine, and that was Dungeon Keeper. That took up a lot more of my time. That was I focused that a lot more compared to the whole theme series.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the one that got me was Theme Park.
Yeah,
that was a good one for me.
Yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed Theme Park, but like I said, but that was a bit earlier than the Theme Hospital series. But with Theme Hospital coming out in the late 90s, I kind of got into Dungeon Keeper, and I still do. I still play the fan reboot of it, War for the Overworld.
Oh God. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where my loyalty lies in that one.
So yeah, I grew up on the Theme Hospital, Theme Park World, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Those games, those are my bread and butter. So yeah, and now he runs the business and I don't. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of all our topics for this week. We've been going on for just under an hour now.
Oh God,
which is not too bad actually.
Yeah, that's a lot of talking. I guess if we aim for like hour-long sessions.
I think that's kind of what I was having in my mind, 45 to an hour. That kind of sounds about right.
Yeah, well, if you're one of the other two people who are watching this, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and see how other random conversations and comments and talking and God knows what else we do. Maybe we'll put some game videos up. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment it'll be purely Ki Kumo posting game videos, but that might change. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully.
We're praying for a miracle here. Something might happen. We don't know. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching and listening, guys. I hope you had a good one.
All right.
Ta-ta for now.